things that I do to keep the environment are the transportation and the water consumption. First, I'm going to talk about the transportation. I think the transportation is a really big issue that we have in all cities around the world, and for that, all the persons we need to use public transportation because it's the best way to contribute to the environment because you don't use your car. For example, I don't use enough my car because when I use my car I produce a lot of air pollution, and that's really bad for the atmosphere, and also the car emits a lot of toxic chemicals that affects all the atmosphere, and that's really bad. And in the aspect of the water consumption, I when I shower I don't use a lot of water because that's really bad, because in our country, in our planet, other persons need a lot of water. And also when I wash my teeth, I don't use enough water. I try to use a glass because when I use a glass, I keep a lot of water because when you only when you don't use a glass, you consume a lot of water when you wash your teeth, and that's really bad. And that's all. The transportation is better to use public transportation because you avoid to use your car. And when you avoid to use your car, it's better for the environment because you don't emit a lot of air pollution. And with the water consumption, when you keep a lot of water consumption, you will contribute to the other persons in our country in other planets.
Hi Mateo and Elena, how are you? I am pretty good. I was thinking in the project and I thought we could talk about environment and how to protect it. For example, one of the most principal problems is the transportation because they generate air pollution. So this is a big problem because air pollution causes allergy to some people, and that's why I think maybe we can do the people get used to use bicycle, but I am not sure if you have another idea for solve this problem. Another problem that we have is with the garbage. In the world, every year there are millions of tons of the waste generated by humans. But we having auctions, for example, incinerate or send to the landfills. But it's not the best way for eliminate the garbage because this causes highly pollution also. And moreover, this is not sustainable in time.
To safeguard and protect our natural reserve, it is necessary to start by protecting the water. To live environmentally friendly, air pollution is everyone's problem. We need a solution. First, the government should implement the green economics. It is not use toxic chemicals in their productions. Saving energy in the companies, their companies should use biodegradable products. The United States and China are the countries that pollute more. These countries that destroying the atmospheric layer and generally carbon dioxide. These countries must be sanctioned. There is more solar and wind power now as a result of advanced technology, but we need much more.